Connor Witter, pleasure to meet you.
Representative Witter, my family would love to meet you. We just love what you're doing.
I'd love to meet them too.
So what are your thoughts of the FTT doctrine?
It's the worst decision we've ever made. It should be repealed immediately.
Oh, really? I couldn't disagree more.
Well, you should do some more research, because you're wrong. Anyways, who wants some drinks? Yeah!
I'm sure you're all wondering why we've called you here today. You may have noticed that Representative Connor Witters is not present. Unfortunately, he was murdered last night. It is imperative that nobody panic. You are in good hands. The Federal Bureau of Investigation is looking after this case. However, we do have reason to believe that the murderer is still here on the premises, so nobody is allowed to leave the premises. Please stay where you are. But be assured that it is very safe and we have everything under control.
Special Agent Taylor, who is this?
This is Tully. How's your progress on that murder case?
We've secured the building. We know the murderer is still inside, but we have no leads. No suspects have been eliminated.
I think I'm going to need you to work on this personally. I know you're involved in several other cases. Reason being, we don't have a better person in homicide right now, and I can't look into this personally while I'm here in Grand Rapids. We do need to get this solved and put away quickly before it gets released to the press.
Of course. I've seen this sort of thing before. We'll get it closed up before you come back.
Great. Let me know if you need anything, and keep me posted on further developments.
How are you doing with all of this?
The investigation is not going super well. It doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before, except one case that I remember very clearly because it was in my apartment building. A man was stabbed and they never solved it.
Okay, but that's not what I meant. How are you doing? Like, how are you handling everything?
An agent has never asked me that before. To be honest, I am not doing great with all this. I'm not sleeping well. And then I have to wake up and tell everyone else that they're supposed to be okay? That they're not to panic? I'm almost panicking. We have no method of security, and I don't know how we can prevent more of these murders. We already have several politicians and an agent dead. I just don't know what we can do anymore, or how we're ever going to solve this.
I know, it seems difficult, but we have all the best agents from all the different divisions on the case. You're looking at the victims, and I'm looking at the suspects, and we have agents Ray and Gorduke, and it's we've been able to handle everything that's come at us before. We'll make it through.
Really appreciate that.
Ms. Hayes, thank you so much for meeting with me today. It's no problem. What can I do for you, Agent Wilson? I have a few questions to ask you. It's about a former roommate of yours, actually. My only roommate, Meredith Taylor. I couldn't stand her. I haven't had a roommate since. Oh, I see. What made her such a bad roommate? Well, first of all, she just did not stop working.
That can be good sometimes, but with her it just caused problems. She wouldn't sleep, and it kept me awake, first of all, but in the rare moments she did sleep, she would sleepwalk. Sometimes I'd find her pulling out food, opening the window. One time she was taking a bath. She'd never remember, and when I tried to call her out, she would just tell me that it wasn't her fault because she can't control what she did in her sleep. She'd win every argument. I couldn't stand it.
Well, she is a workaholic. What can you tell me about the murder that happened in your apartment building? A stabbing, correct?
Ugh, that murder still gives me the creeps. I wasn't actually there. I was on vacation with my family. The guy who died, though, he was very sweet. He was old, and he did his best to have each of his neighbors over at least once a month. I don't think anyone could have disliked him. Meredith and I had tea with him several times. His favorite phrase was, "My door's always open." It's too bad that it literally was. I liked him. After he was killed, I moved out. It was the last straw. It was just too much. From a roommate who wouldn't sleep to murders, I just couldn't handle living there anymore.
I understand. Well, thank you for meeting with me, Ms. Hayes.
I actually have one more question.
Yes?
Why are you investigating Meredith? I thought she was in the FBI.
Well, she is. I am too. It's my job to investigate everyone who we think might be a potential suspect. That means every politician, celebrity, security guard, FBI agent, anyone. It's just my job.
All right, well, thank you, Agent Wilson.
Totally.
ASAC Tully, this is Veronica Wilson. I think I might have found our killer.
Who is it?
You're not going to want to believe this, but I have reason to believe that the killer is Special Agent Meredith Taylor.
Taylor? She's an agent. The vetting process is thorough and practically infallible. I mean, anyway, she has no motive. Listen, there's no way it's her.
Well, I think she may not know that she's doing it.
I'm afraid you've lost me.
Well, I talked to a former roommate of hers. Meredith is a somnambulist, a sleepwalker. I think she may be committing murder in her sleep. I know, it sounds crazy, but I've heard of this happening before. Somebody sleepwalks and commits murder and they don't even know it.
Do you have any evidence besides the fact that she sleepwalks?
Well, it's just... the suspects have no motive. The victims have nothing in common. It seems so random, but a similar case happened a few months ago in Meredith's apartment. Never solved, no motives. That doesn't seem like a coincidence.
It would be insulting for the Bureau to accuse one of our own of murder in their sleep with such little meaningless evidence. I mean, look, come back to me when you find real, substantial evidence. In the meantime, I want you to focus your investigation on other realistic places.
Understood. I'm sorry.
Veronica,
Yeah?
are you ever going to agree to get dinner with me?
Joe,
You don't work in my division anymore. You finally broke up with that other guy. We're both lonely. Am I really that bad?
Fine. You know what? You solve this case, you come home, and you got yourself a date.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Hey.
what was that about?
Nothing. Just regular affair.
Happy, 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 happy. Totally.
This is weird, but Veronica Wilson is acting suspicious. I don't want to accuse her of being the killer, but
What is it with FBI agents these days and not trusting their partners? I've known V for a long time. You have nothing to worry about. Now get back to work on the real suspects, please.
wait, V? You have a nickname for her?
Like I said, I've known her for a long time.
Asak Tully, do you have a crush on Agent Wilson?
No?
Oh my word, I knew it! Have you asked her out yet?
Special Agent Taylor, you have a case you need to be working on. I suggest you go do that.
Oh, yes sir. Sorry sir. But just so you know, I fully approve of the match.
Yep, I just delivered the equipment like you asked, and it went without a hitch. We had multiple trucks, and I'm just going to take a day in Grand Rapids to rest and relax. So I'll be back home in 2 days, and I'll start work on that representative case. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yep. All right, bye. Empty. Holy, what do you got? Taylor? I know you're here, Taylor. I taught you how to hide, remember? Wasn't that long ago. There you are. You disgust me.
I'm so sorry.
Don't give me that crap. You killed an agent. One of my agents.
I didn't even know what I was doing.
You want to know who's responsible for that is me. So you want to know what I did? I terminated your job at the Bureau. Your job is gone. I went to the press. Your reputation is gone. You have nothing, but you know what your reputation being gone also does? Yeah, your family is going to have an extraordinarily hard time for the rest of their lives. Mother and father of the somnambulist killer, brother, sister, dog. Society will hate all of them.
It won't bring her back, Joe. Why are you doing this?
You took everything from me, and I'm taking everything from you and your family. And there's nothing you can do about it. Here's the thing. Your family's the only one that's going to know that pain, because you won't be here.
You don't have to do this.
What'd you do with the knife, Taylor?
I don't know. I didn't even know what I was doing. I don't know.
He was with the knife, Taylor.